Hello guys, I am Chris and welcome back to my channel. In today I'm going to teach you guys how to create a portfolio website using HTML and CSS. So let's get started. As you can see over here, I already have a demo of what our portfolio will look like at the end of the video. Our portfolio is going to have this hover effect on our links, and it's also going to have a hover effect on the social links and the button right here. I'm going to have a head text and the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it means the world to me. So let's go ahead and add some HTML and CSS to our code to make it look just like what we have here. Firstly, we are going to grab our link for the icons from CDN.js. Search for Font Awesome on this search bar and click on this link to copy the link, the CDN, paste it in the head tag, and we're going to do the same for our fonts. Head over to Google Fonts and search for just on the search bar and click on Get Fonts. After that, you click on Embed Code and click on Import. Right here, you'll find the CDN. Paste it in your CSS just up here, and that should do it. Firstly, we are going to remove every padding and margin from our site. Set padding to 0 and set margin to 0. Then next, we're going to add our font family to the body tag. Font family here is going to be just and sans serif. Let's see what that looks like. That will not work yet since we have no text in the HTML. Firstly, we're going to create our section tag. Create a section tag right here. Let's close this. And section tag is going to have a class, and the class here is going to be navbar container. Navbar container. Then next, we're going to have our navbar just right here. Create a nav, and the class here is going to be navbar and container to make it responsive. I'm going to show you how to do that later in the CSS. Firstly, here we're going to have our anchor tag, and we're going to have a h1 tag right inside here, and the class is going to be logo. Then we're going to have the text in the demo, which is devcore. Let's see what it looks like. Devcore. Then that's my channel's name. Right under here, we're going to have our links. Here, the class for this on that list is going to be links container. Links container. Then in here, we're going to have our links. We're going to have an li, and that is a list tag. We're going to have an anchor tag inside it, and inside here, we're going to have our links. Just type in home, copy and paste this 3 more times. Let's see how many links we have in the demo. We have 5 links here, so we're going to paste it 4 more times. The second one was about, and the third one was projects. Then we had services and contacts. Projects. Here we're going to have services, and lastly we're going to have contact. Let's create our button. That is the button that appears on the smaller screens to make things look responsive. We're going to create our button just down here, and the class is going to be toggle button. Just type in toggle btn for the class, and in here we're going to have our text, not our text, our icon. In here we're going to have our icon. The class is going to be fa-solid and fa-bars. Let's see what that looks like. This is our icon right here. That's what we want. Let's see what we have next in the HTML. We have the left section and the right section. We're going to get down here and create another section, which is going to be the section called our hero section. Create a class, and the class here is going to be section 1. Just inside here, we're going to have our div. This div, we're going to call it about container. Call this div about, and we're going to have another container class right here. That is about and container, not about container. Next, we're going to have our span, and in the span, we're going to have a class. It's going to be description container. Description container. And inside it, we're going to have our h1 tag. Let me just copy and paste our text to save time. I'm going to paste it in here and give it a class, and the class is going to be header text. Then down here we're going to have our p tag, which is for paragraph, and this one is also going to have a class, and the class here is going to be description text. Let's clear this out, change this to text, and that should do it. I'm going to copy and paste our text. It's a dummy text. I generated this by typing in lorem, then any amount of text I want, something like lorem 40 or even lorem 90 to generate dummy text. But I'm going to paste in the one I copied to make it look more accurate, like what we have in the demo. I'm going to paste this in, and next we're going to create our links. The links right down here, the button and the link. We're going to create our link by creating another span right down here. Down here we're going to have a span, and this one's class is going to be higher. Let's give it higher link container. Higher link container. And in here we're going to have our links. Firstly, we're going to have a button, which is the hire me button. Here the hire me button's class is going to be hire button, and the text is going to be hire me. Let's type in hire me. Then next we're going to have our links. Let's create an anchor tag, and the class is going to be social icon. Social icon. Then next we're going to have our icons right inside the anchor tags. I'm going to use brands. I'm going to type in fa brands and fa first one was Twitter, so let's type in fa-x Twitter. Let's see what that looks like. This is it, just what we want. This is the first icon we have over there in the demo. Copy and paste this 3 more times since we have 4 icons. Let's see. Here we have Instagram, Facebook, and the YouTube. Here we're going to paste Instagram. Sorry, we're going to type in, not paste. And next we're going to type in Facebook, and lastly we're going to have YouTube. Let's see what our icons look like. This is our icons, just what we want. The next we're going to create our right section, which is the section that holds this image right here. We're going to create our last section by creating a span, and our span is going to be just down here. The class in this one is going to be image container, and we're going to have an image inside it. I already have an image, but you can use any image of your choice. Here the class is going to be user image. Sorry, the source, not the class. User image, I already have the image, so now I'm going to set the class to user image also. That is for the HTML. Let's add some CSS to our code to make it look more like what we have in the demo. So let's continue our CSS. In the CSS we have our container next, our container that makes things responsive. Here we're going to have padding, and the padding here is going to be 22px and 10px. We're going to have margin, and it's going to be auto, and we're going to have max width, which is going to be 1300px. What this trick code does is to bring everything to the center and add padding to top, bottom, left, and right to make it look responsive, just like in the demo. Then next we're going to style our navbar container. Just type in navbar, and we're going to have dash container. That is the navbar class, the container that holds our navbar. We're going to have display flex, and we're going to have align items, and it's going to be center. And next we're going to have width. Our width is going to be 100%, and we're going to have box shadow. We're going to have 0, 4px, 5px, and then we're going to have our shadow color. It's going to be 0, 0, 0, 10. This is actually what we need, 0, 100, not 0, 10. This is it, that's what we want. Let's go back and add a background to our body tag to make it dark. Here we're going to have hash 1d2 and 4 2e. Let's see what that looks like. This is it, but our box shadow looks too dark. Let's reduce the opacity. Let's drag this down and that should do it. Let's see. It's not yet what we want. You can make it more lighter. That's it. This is just what we want. The next we're going to style our navbar itself. Here we're going to type in the navbar class, and we're going to have display flex, and we're going to have justify content. It's going to be space between. The next we're going to have align items, and our align items here is going to be center, and width is going to be 100%. Let's see what that looks like. This is it. That's what we want. Our navbar is beginning to look like what we have in the demo. The next we're going to add our links container class. Type in links container, and here we're going to have display flex. We're going to have align items. It's going to be center, and we're going to have gap, and our gap here is going to be 15px. Let's see what that looks like. This is it. As you can see, it's beginning to look like what we have here in the demo. Next, we're going to style our li tag, which is the list tag, and the a tag to remove this text decoration and this tag type. Just type in links container again, and we're going to have li and a. Here we're going to have a list tag type, and it's going to be none, and we're also going to have text decoration, and it's going to be none. The next we're going to have our toggle btn, which is the toggle button. And a toggle btn, we're going to have background, it's going to be none, and we're going to have border also. Our border is going to be none. The next we're going to have font size, and our font size here is going to be 25px, and the cursor here is going to be pointer. Here the color is going to be white for our icon, white, and we're going to have display. Let's see what it looks like first before we make it invisible. This is it, just what we want. Then now we're going to add display none to make it only visible on smaller screen. We're going to do that by adding some media query after we are done with the CSS. The next we're going to tell every link in our navbar. Type in navbar and a. Here we're going to have let's our text decoration none, and we're going to have let's change the color. The color here is going to be white, and we're going to have margin here is going to be 0 and 15px. That is for top, bottom, left, and right again. The next we're going to have a font weight, and the font weight here is going to be bold. The next we're going to have a transition for the hover effect. It's going to be 0.3 seconds and is. Let's see what we have. As you can see, it's going to look like just what we have in the demo, but our shadow still seems a bit on the dark side. Let's drag it down to make it lighter again. This is it. Now just what we want. Next, we're going to style our logo itself to make it look pink just like in the demo. I'm going to add a font size to it, and font size is going to be 1.5 frame, and I'm going to have letter spacing to add some space in between the text. I'm going to have 3px, and next we're going to add the pink color. Here we're going to have hash ff0084. Let's see what it looks like. This is it. That's what we want. It's beginning to look like what we have in the demo. Then next we're going to add our hover effect to the icons, the links. Just type in navbar again, navbar and a. Then we're going to have hover right in front of it, and I'm going to add our hover effect by just typing in the color. We have the same color. We need the same color right here, so you can just copy and paste it again. It's just a change in color, nothing much. Hover on it, and that should do it. That is the hover effect. So that's it for our navbar. Let's go ahead and add some code to the hero section to make it look more like what we have here. So in the hero section, I'm going to type in, for the hero section, I will type in section 1, and here we have display, flex, and we also have align items. center, and height is going to be 90 VH. Then next we're going to add a width, and our width here is going to be 100%, and we're going to add justify content, and it's going to be space between. Next we're going to tell our about, which is the container that holds the two elements, the left and right containers. Here we're going to have display flex, and we're going to have align items. It's going to be center, and we're going to have gap. Now our gap here is going to be 30 px. Then lastly we're going to have width, which is going to be 100%. Let's see what that looks like. This is it. As you can see, they are now side by side, just like what we have in the demo. Next we're going to add some styles to the left side to make it look more like what we have there. Just type in description container, description container. Then we are going to have display flex, and we are going to have width. Width here is going to be 50%, and we are going to have flex direction, and it's going to be column. Then next we're going to have a gap, and it's going to be 10 px. And next we are going to have our image container, image container. In our image container we are going to have width. Width here is going to be 50%, just like the description container. And we're going to have display flex. Display flex, we're going to have justify content, it's going to be center, and we're going to have align items, it's going to be center. Let's see what we have. This is it. We now have the proper space, just like we had in the demo. Let's go ahead and style the image itself. Let's type in user image. Here the width is going to be 500 px, and height is going to be 100%, and we're going to have a border radius, and it's going to be 100%, and we're going to have object fit, and it's going to be cover not contain. Let's see what that looks like. This is it. Our image now looks just like what we have in the demo. Now I will go ahead and style the text and the icons on the left side. Type in header text, and we're going to have font size, and font size here is going to be 55 px to make it look large, and the color here is going to be white. Just type in #FFF, that is also a white color. And we're going to have our description text next. Clear this out and change it to text. Here we're going to have a font size also. Font size here is going to be 16 px, and text align is going to be start, and the color is also going to be white. Let's see what we have. This is it. It's beginning to look just like what we had in the demo, as you can see. Next we're going to style our icons container. Just down here, just type in our higher button. I hope we'll have the class in HTML. Let's see if the class is available. This is it right here, the class higher button. Just grab the class and type it in. And for our higher button, we're going to have some codes. The width is going to be 120 px, and border is going to be none. I'm going to remove every border from our code, and padding is going to be 10 px. The next we're going to have border radius, and it's going to be 30 px, and the color here is going to be white. We're also going to have a hover effect on our button. Here font size for our button is going to be 15 px, and we're going to have background, and the background here is going to be the same color right here, the same color we used for the other ones, same pink color. Then next we're going to have our cursor, it's going to be pointer, and next we're going to have transition. Cursor here is going to be pointer. Then next we're going to have transition, and it's going to be 0.3 seconds. This is for the hover effect. We're going to add our hover effect by just typing in the higher button again, and just type in hover in front of it, and I'm going to change the background color whenever I hover on it to achieve this hover effect right here. Type in background, then we're going to have linear gradient, and for the linear gradient we're going to have 135 degrees, and we're going to have two colors. The first color is going to be this color we used right here. Let's paste it in again, and we're going to have our red color. Let's see. As you can see, this is just what we want. Oh, this is our demo. This is what we want right here in the original HTML we just built. The next, we're going to style our links container itself. The links container is the container that holds these icons you are seeing right here. For our links container, we're going to have display flex and a few more flex codes. Just type in links container. Not just links container, I think it was higher link container. Higher than link container, not links. Here we're going to have display flex, and next we're going to have align items. It's going to be center, and next we're going to have a gap here, and it's going to be 10 px. We're also going to have margin top, and our margin top here is going to be 1 rem. Let's use 1 em. Let's see, this is it. That's what we want. The next we're going to style our social icons. Social icon. Here we're going to have display flex, and next we're going to have justify content. It's going to be center, and we're going to have align items, and it's going to be center. The next we're going to have a color for the icons. It's going to be white. Just type in FFF again, and we're going to have a border also. Border here is going to be 2px solid, and we're going to have white. The next we're going to add a padding. Padding here is going to be 5px, and border radius. We're going to add border radius down here. Border radius is going to be 100%, and width here is going to be 25px. Height is also going to be 25px, and next we're going to have font size. It's going to be 20px, and transition for the hover effect is going to be 0.3 seconds. Let's see what that looks like. As you can see, this now looks just like what we have in the demo, but we're not done yet since we don't have the hover effect for the icons, and it's not yet responsive, as you can see. So next, what we're going to do right here is to type in social icons and add the hover effect. Hover, and firstly we're going to have our color. It's just this color right here, and border color. It says border color, so this color right here. Let's see what that looks like. As you can see, this is it, just what we want. But next we are going to have to add our responsive media queries to make everything look more responsive and act more responsive. We're going to make it responsive by creating our media queries down here at media, and the first one is going to be 1280px. Type in max width, and firstly we're going to have 1280px. This is our first media query. In here we're going to have our container firstly, and we're going to change the padding size for every media query. Here we're going to have 22px and 60px. Then next we're going to change our header text size down here. Type in header text again, header text, and the font size here is going to be 40px. And next we're going to have our second media query. Down here, you can just copy and paste this again, then change some things inside it. In here we're going to have, this is supposed to be our 1280px, but here we're going to have 1380. Then down here we're going to have 40px for the container and the user image. Let's remove this. Here we're going to have user image, and the width is going to be, let's set it to 100%, and max width is going to be 500px. Then down here we're going to add our third media query. This is going to be 928px, which should be the last one, or second to the last one. In here we're going to have 20px for the padding in our container. Change this to 20px, and we're going to have our links container right here. Type in links container, and here we're going to make our link container disappear by typing in display none, and also we're going to make our toggle button reappear. Just type in toggle button, and we're going to set it to display block. And next we're going to have our about section, which I'm going to set to flex direction, and it's going to be type in about container, about, sorry, about, not just about container, it's going to be about, set it to flex direction, and it's going to be column. Let's see what that looks like. This is it. That's what we want, but we're not yet done. This is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what we have right now. So let's add more styles to our code. After our about container, we're going to type in our section 1. Section 1 here is going to have margin top, and it's going to be 2 rem. The next, we're going to style our description container. Here it's going to be 100. Description container is going to have a width, and it's going to be 100%. And our image container is also going to be changed to 100%. Our image container right here, set the width to 100%. Then our image itself is also going to have a margin top. The user image is going to have a margin top, and it's going to be, let's give it 1 rem. And section, I think we have section up here already. We can just set the height to mean height to 700 px. Let's mean height for our section here to 700 px. Then we're going to have our last media query. Let's see what we have here. This is it. It's going to look like just what we want, but we're going to have our last media query right now to make the padding in our container much more smaller in the last screen. You can remove the header text. All we need here is just the container. This is going to be 22 px and 20 px. Change this to 760 px. This is our smallest screen. Let's see what that looks like. This is it. That's what we want, and this is the demo, and this is what we have right here. As you can see, it's not identical. This is just what we want. If you really enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask in the comment section below. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.